Okay, so this is for everybody here. I know some of you already have set this up, but I'm going to show this for everybody. So you have this party session here launched, and in there you have a host name or the IP address. So we will just use the IP address 71.57.95.5. So this number has to be accurate here. Okay, once you do that, what you could do is in the save session, you could give it a name. Okay, I'm gonna give it a name, my Linux course. And then what you could do is you could go ahead and save it. Okay, and then once you save it, you will see it in the list here. If you don't have a list, don't worry, that's your first server you are connecting. But once you land a job, you will have like pretty decent amount of list in here. So so right now you would have like a very first party connection here. So go ahead and click on whatever the name you gave and then click open. Okay, and then you will be prompted with the login. So I have here nice and big and the background is black, and the foreground, the text is different color, because this is how I like it. So I'll show you in a minute how you could change the foreground if you wanted to. Okay, so I'll do I'll go ahead and put my make sure your username, everything, username should be lowercase, but the password, if it's a case sensitive, then put in the case sensitive password. If it's not case sensitive, then don't.
It says the server's host key is not cached in the registry. You have to guarantee that the server is the computer you think it is.
Okay.
Do I have to accept it or connect once or cancel?
Yeah, accept it. Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, the prompt is not coming up for me because I've already connected once to that particular server, so it's exchanging the keys. We'll talk about that, what it's doing later on.
I got it. So
Okay.
login as my username and then my password should be there. So I have to enter it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I side chatted you the password.
Yes.
So one thing about password is never share the password with anybody for this or anywhere else, especially at work.
Okay.
Never share the password, and most of the time, even your managers doesn't have the passwords for the systems here. Okay, so please never share the password. And actually, the internal security people, they will try to email you and try to see if you are vulnerable into sharing passwords and all that. So never share the password.
Okay.
Okay, so you're logged in here, and I have it. This font's nice and big and everything. So let me go ahead and show how you could change that around. Okay, so if you want to make this permanent, you could do that. Go ahead and type exit, and the window will close. So launch that window again. Launch putty again, and select your course and click load. Okay, once you select and click load, click on the window here, and make sure scroll back lines. Go ahead and put a large number in here. Scroll back lines, put like a 1 followed by many zeros here, because we need to be able to go back what we're doing here. Okay, and
Can you repeat it, sir?
Yeah, so in the putty window, click on window.
Okay.
And then you have lines of scroll back. put in a large number here, 1, then followed by many zeros.
Not getting it.
You're not able to type in there?
No, I mean, there is a window and then appearance, behavior, translation. So what?
Yeah, go ahead and click directly on window.
Oh, okay.
Now
Lines
you
of
should
scroll
see,
back.
you should match what you see on my screen.
Okay.
Okay, so on the lines of scroll back, put like a large number in there. And then again in appearance, I usually, the default is I think somewhere around 9 or 10 or whatever, but I have an eye problem, so I normally keep it 20 so that it's nice and big. And then, in fact, let me do it 22. Okay, I click OK out of it. And then if you want to change,
So scroll back is 2000 here. So do I have to increase that?
yeah, go ahead and put a large number in there. Type 1 and then put like 8 or 9 or 10 numbers in there, 10 zeros in there.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's go into appearance. And I normally keep this as 20 or 22. It's your preference of what you want to do it. The fonts will be really nice and big. So normally I have it around 20 or 22 so that you guys could see my screen better. And for the color, click on colors. And then here, default foreground. Click on color and then click on default foreground. Okay? And then click modify. And I normally have this color selected here. If you would like the font's color with something else, you could do it. Most of the people, they just keep it white. So for me, this works out pretty good. Okay, so whatever the color you have, you choose. And then go back into session on the top. And then click save. Make sure my Linux course is highlighted in there. It's still showing in there, okay? And then click save. That means you save the settings for that particular party session. And then go ahead and click OK, and then you'll be logged in. So I'm gonna give a 2-minute pause here. I want to make sure everybody is ready and they are logged in, and then we can move forward.
Okay, got it, sir. It's
Okay.
to view.
So this server is up 24/7, and if you have a chance of working in the middle of the night, please use this. This is going to be for your own benefit, and also if you don't want to use the laptop, if you're traveling, if you get a chance, 10 minutes somewhere, I highly recommend start using the app, log in, connect it remotely, and then start practicing it. The more you practice, the better it gets, because all you have in here is nothing but a dark window, and you will be shooting commands in there. Okay. All right, I'll give you a 2-minute pause here, and then when nobody has any questions, then we'll continue. Coleman, are you good with all your friends there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Really appreciate you helping others out in here.
You're welcome.
And who are we missing? I think we're missing a couple guys. Yeah, did you call him?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, my name is Carl. So right now, I'm at work, and I'm using my phone to watch the courses. So I guess you record it, and then when I get home, I will PROTech on my computer.
Yeah. Okay. Please reach out and put it in a chat. If you get stuck somewhere, take a picture where you get stuck and put it in a group chat. Okay, somebody will help.
No, I mean, come on, John helped me out to set up everything yesterday. But like I said, right now I'm not gonna follow you to do step by step like usual
Okay.
on this course right now because I'm at work and I'm using my phone to watch the courses right now.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, it's gonna be easier for me after the courses to follow your step through the video step by step and practice more.
Very well. Very well. So
Okay, thank
in
you.
here, I will be doing some team building exercise and everything, so that
Okay.
we all help each other out. Because I am working for years, but still there's so many things that comes up, the processes and everything. You still need to know, right? I mean, you know how to do the Linux, but you don't know the internal company process. Internal company process you get trained on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Also, please don't hesitate to speak up, please.
Yeah, brother, I had one question. When you were telling us to type exit, where exactly should we be typing?
Okay, yeah, I'm coming to that. So before that, as long as everybody's logged in, we should be good. Okay. Then let me officially go ahead and give a 2-minute pause here, and then we'll start again. In that 2-minute pause, ask me questions related to not able to connect, or if you have any issues. Okay, please.
One more question, sir. If you
Yes,
are a
please.
job, you have to create a login ID and password. So it should be discrete or it should be like lengthy or short, or how it should be technical.
Yeah, at work, the login ID may be short, but the password is going to be complex. The
Okay.
password is usually 12 characters and alphanumeric special characters in there.
Do we have to create our own, or does company provides us the password?
Yeah, you first day you will get a password, and then once you log in, it will automatically force you to change it.
Okay.
Okay, and please use it responsibly. You will have a root access, and you're talking about logging into bank servers. Okay, you're talking about if you end up working for NSA, CIA, military, they all are using Linux. Okay, so use it responsibly, and you have a lot more power than your manager, because if you use it wrong way, you could do a lot of damage. JP Morgan, they have 100,000 Linux servers, and let's see who else. And the big guys, Google, Apple, Twitter, Facebook, they have millions all over the world. And IBM, they need no introduction here. And also New York Stock Exchange, when the trading is executed, we go into milliseconds. So I'll show you later in the course. You will realize why Linux is heavily being used here in the background so much. Okay, and
Where exactly do we come into the picture when we are working?
yeah, yeah. So what I normally do is, for sometimes uh, you're just talking about doesn't make any sense. So what I have done is I used to talk about first 2 weeks, and then I was going nowhere, setting up people's Linux locally and all that. So there was causing some problems. So what I did was I put everything online. That way, on the very first day, you could start working on the real stuff. And as the class progresses, you will understand how things are working. So trust me, I'll walk you through each and every steps. We'll take a baby steps here, and then by the end of the course, you will have a really, really good understanding how Linux is working and the expectation, and you will realize why it's all being used everywhere. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is so what I have normally here is I have this window here. So then I will have a document in the side here. Whatever I'm doing here, I will be capturing in this document, and then I'll be putting this document online. It will be after the class, it will be available over here under basic commands. Today's topic is we'll start with the basic commands, and as the class progresses, you will have a bigger menu here, okay? So, all right, so let's continue. So everybody have this in here, right? So click in this dark window here once, and then type clear, CLEAR, and hit enter. So what it does is clear does the clear. It clears the screen for you. Okay. And I'll guarantee almost all kind of commands in Linux are in lowercase. So if you're very fond of grammar, I would say don't worry about it too much. Almost all commands are in lowercase most of the
Not
time.
able to type that clear in there.
Yeah. So on the keyboard, type clear. I'm sorry.
I'm not able to type clear in the window.
Click in the dark window.
Okay.
And then this cursor will be filled, and then hit clear and hit enter. Nothing happened.
It's not coming. The letters are not coming up. Do I have to log in again?
Oh, you may have got disconnected. So yeah, close the window and bring it up again, please. Okay, on the top here it says inactive. Does it say inactive there? Or you already closed the window?
Oh yes, I was deactivated. I mean, I was disconnected.
Okay. So once you log in, you have the disclaimer. Just type clear, and it will clear the screen, and hit
clear
enter.
The screen, yes.
Okay.
It cleared the screen, yes.
All right, very well. So let me just do it here, and then just simply hit enter a couple times. What happens is you'll go down the line.
Yes, sir. Does it go off oftenly?
It never goes
study
up.
window?
It goes down.
As long as, yeah,
So the
as long
only
as
way
we are,
it goes up is you have to scroll up. So I'll show that in a minute here. Once we have enough commands, then we'll see. I'll show you how that works here. So
I'm using my the up arrow key is showing the last command that I've typed, that is clear.
yeah, very good, very good. I'll show you all those tricks here in a minute here. So give me 1 second here. Okay, so what we have here is, so once you log in, you'll be in this dark window here, okay?
Yes, sir.
And give me 1 second here. Okay, so you're logged in, and if you notice here, you see a name here, right? That's your name. That part is a user ID.
Okay.
Okay, and there is an @ sign here. It's going to be @ sign all the time here. We'll explain that later on. That part is going to be there all the time here. And depending on depending on what the length of the name of the server you're connecting it to, you will see it here. Right now you're seeing the full partial name. You're saying only the first name of a server, but I'll show you a little later the full name of the server here. Okay, so you would have some good idea that which server you are connecting into.
So for now, it's showing as server 01.
Yeah. Okay, and here, wherever you see $sign, this is where the commands will go. Okay, commands are entered here.
Okay.
And now, so this part is called a CLI.
What?
This part is called CLI. CLI. Okay. So it stands for command line interface.
Command line interface, correct?
Yeah. Okay, so Any questions so far?
Hey, Mr. Zafar,
I could hear you, but you're very low. Go ahead, Mirza.
can you hear me now? Is it better?
No, it sounds like you're far away.
Let me fix my mic. Give me one second.
Yeah.
Is there a separate language for this command line interface, or is it there a regular English?
I've been using only English. That's a very good question. I don't know what they're using in other countries. It's possible. I mean, English is most dominating language, so I'm pretty sure.
I mean, do you have the special thing to communicate with the servers? Command in the sense that there is a special coding for that, like how it is going in military that
Yeah.
certain commands stand for certain things.
Yeah.
Is there something like that?
Yeah, I mean those are pre-configured commands. If you type a command that is not in the system, it will give you an error.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you're like heavily modifying it, most of the time that is done by the big corporations who's releasing the operating system. But I'll tell you one thing about Linux. You could definitely download the free Linux kernel, and if you have a good idea about it, you could create your own operating system. Okay, we'll talk about that during the middle of the course.
Okay.
Okay, Mirza, you still there?
Hey, yeah, Mr. Zafar, can you hear me now? Is it better?
I could hear you, but you sound very, very far away.
I'm gonna try to change my headphones, but if you can hear me, my question or comment would be the squiggly line. Would that be the present working directory? Or the root directory?
Yeah, what about it?
You meant something. Like just to list it out, what would the squiggly line stand for?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. I mean, we're not there yet. I'm just explaining
Okay.
what the interface is, because there are a lot of people in here haven't used this system before. So I'll walk all those things step by step, and once we get going, commands and all that, then we'll get there.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so you all should have a good understanding now. User ID, there is an @ the server name, and then it's called command. It accepts the commands there, okay? And then it's called CLI, command line interface. And this is what a Linux engineer or admin or architect would live his life. At work isn't going to be in dark window. It's a lot of fun, guys. Believe me, it's not boring.
My this command window is going on and off again and again. I'm getting disconnected with that. Is that my computer problem, or is it that?
Anybody else is having an issue? Because I'm
Yes,
logged
yes.
in now, and
Network error, software cross connection above.
No, I don't have any issue on it.
yeah, so it may be you're having your specific issue here, but we could work on it if it's causing a problem. But yeah, I want to make sure. Go ahead and log in again, and we'll take a look here in a minute if you have a problem. Okay.
once we logged in with our password, how do we go back? Do we have to sign in every time?
Well, after a little while, it will disconnect. I mean, if there is no activity, it will disconnect on its own. Okay. But if you are, I mean, throughout this course here, I mean, for 3 hours, you shouldn't have a problem logging in again, because I set the timer not to expire for like good 4, 5, 6 hours, I suppose. Did that answer your question, or you were looking for?
Like how you're accessing the other page right now, like the 7-31 dash. How do I go back to that page?
Okay, so on your desktop, you should see a little icon that looks like putty. Do you see an icon? It says putty on it. Look on your desktop. Or click on start in here on the start button and start typing putty. Putty. And it will come up. In fact, I should have showed you this here before. Do you have the window come up like this?
Yes, I do. But then I have to go back again and open a new window.
Not necessarily. So what you do is you might want to pin it on the taskbar here. Right click on the bottom. You see on the bottom you see the icon, right? Right click there and select pin from pin to taskbar. And who's speaking? Who is this?
Wait, are you asking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Aisha.
Okay, Aisha.
If you don't mind, can you tell me one more time, please?
Yeah, so down on the bottom, you see all the way on the bottom. I mean, if you look on my screen, it's all the way on the bottom here, where I'm like making a circle with my cursor. You see on your screen? First of all, do you have this on? The putty is on. Do you see that? Give me one moment here. Go ahead and did you set up your remote desktop? Hello?
Yes, your sound was breaking up, so I did not hear. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So, where are you right now? What do you see on your screen? Please let me know right now. Is my voice breaking, guys? Anybody else is having a problem?
No, I can hear you fine.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm on the black window right now.
Okay, good. Down on the bottom, you will see like a little icon there, right? On the taskbar, bottom of your screen. You know, we'll take this offline. Yeah, I'll help you offline. Okay, after the class, we'll work on that. As long as you're in this black screen and you're able to bring that up, you should be good. Just follow along. So you're logged in, right?
Yes, thank you.
And hit enter a couple times. That means the server is active.
Why is my thing going away?
Okay, so let's move forward. And
Tell him later that your internet's breaking. No.
okay, everybody, please, if you're not speaking, please go on mute.
नीचे चले जाएंगे.
Okay. So I put everybody on mute, and if you need to speak, unmute yourself and speak. So let's go ahead and start working on it. So very first command, type clear, CLEAR, and hit enter. It will clear the screen for you. Easy peasy.
We already did that. Can we go ahead?
Yeah, keep doing it. Hit enter, hit the enter key like several times. It just goes to the next screen blank, right? I'm just making sure everybody knows it's clear, and it clears the screen for you. I'm not gonna say putty. It will just clear the screen here. There are other ways you would learn later on how to connect to the server, but this is one of them here. Okay, so now everybody go ahead and type PWD. P as in Papa, W as in work, D as in David, and hit enter. PW stands for present working directory. So everybody should have /home/ your user ID. If it's different, if it's not same as the user ID, let me know. And everybody confirm you could see my screen nice and big, or you want me to make it bigger, especially this dark window.
Yes, we can see it.
You could see it good, right? Good. So now we just learned the second command, which is PWD. Okay, officially this is known as print working directory, but I call it as a present working directory. So right now, the moment you log into the system, this is your home directory. So every day when I come into my house, I usually come through my garage. Okay, that is my entry point. That is my entry point into the operating system. So for everybody else, your entry point would be /home/ whatever your name is, Najam, Aisha, Mirza. So if it's different, then let me know. So officially this is print working directory. This is a very old command. This command was created back in 1969. This is not new. When the Unix operating system was created, we'll go to a little history in the middle of a course where all this is coming. But this is a very, very old command.
PWD, you mean to say?
Yeah, PWD. It was born when the operating system was born.
primary command.
Yeah, it's one of the, I'm using it every day. All these commands I'm going to show you, there's going to be a bunch of commands here. I'm using that every day. This is your landing directory. Or what I tell in the normal English, this is your entry point to the Linux operating system.
This is the garage password for Linux.
Yeah. Everywhere there is a password these days, which is good. Unfortunately, we have to use passwords and locks everywhere. Okay, now there are two concepts I'm showing you. So the input, there is a concept called input. This is not a command, it's a concept. And output. Okay, so now what is input and what is output? Okay, so I'll tell you. Input is whatever you're putting in here. You're putting in a command here, but conceptually, this is a input. You're giving a input to the system. Okay, when you give a input and hit enter, the answer you get is a output. So right now for this command, when you provide an input to the system, it will give you the result. Okay, so this is a result here, and this result is considered output. So this is considered output. Input is a command. Okay, so
My this party is getting inactive time and again.
yeah, let's take a look here. Actually, let's work on this. I think the other ladies are having the same problem. Give me one moment here, then you could share the screen.
Zafar, I
Yes.
have a question.
Yeah, please.
You're using Putty on Windows, right? I have a MacBook. So on the MacBook, what is the best to set it up for command line?
You don't need putty. So in MacBook, go ahead and search for Okay, good, very good question, and I should have.
Because I tried to Google on it and it shows me for Windows it's pretty easy to install, but for MacBook it
It's
says
terminal.
Xcode and huh?
It's called terminal. Search terminal in there. Search terminal in your MacBook, and it will come something like this will come up. Do you have it?
Oh, nice. Okay, I see that. I see the bash. It's a white box. It
Very
popped
good.
up and
Now, so
ah,
to connect to my server, you have to type your username. Who is this, Mirza?
no, this is Abid.
Okay, Abid. So you type. Oh, you didn't give me. Did I set up your username and password yet or no?
No, not yet, not yet. Sorry about that, but I haven't. I couldn't follow up. So I
Okay.
cannot connect to your server directly, right? The 192.168.56.165.
Yeah. Let me give you the username. Then I'll side chat you the password. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then put down the IP address 71 dot whatever that is. Let me create your ID first. Are you in the group? Did you just join?
Yes.
So I'm sending you the password now. Okay, I just sent it to you. It may give you the first prompt. If you want to exchange the keys, just say yes, and then put in the password.
Okay. So I had to put this one. Okay.
And then type it in like this on your terminal.
Uh-huh.
Abid at the IP address, then hit enter, and
Okay. So,
it will give you a message. You want to exchange the keys, and say yes.
no, just have to type this command for my the prompt.
Yeah, in your terminal.
Yeah, I'm typing that. It's not taking that command.
What are you typing?
I'm putting this.
Look on my screen here.
Yeah. I'm typing exactly like the way you're telling me. 95 dot. Yeah. I'm at the the dollar sign prompt.
You know what? Yeah, my bad here. Before that, type SSH and hit enter. I mean,
Yeah.
type SSH space, then ABID at the server name.
Got it. I got it now. Okay, now I'll follow the thing. Okay, got it. Yeah. The SSH was meeting. Yeah.
Okay, are you in? Okay, so the input is, input is any command you put in is considered an input. Okay, so far what we learned so far, clear and PWD are input commands. Okay, and output is the result. Okay, is the result of the command. Okay, so I think it should be clear now. Input, any password, any thing you put in there is input, and then the result is output. Okay, so if you're working with like database team and they're telling you they're getting an error, what you do is, oh, send me the output. Just reply to him, send me the output. So what he'll do is, he will take a screenshot or he will copy and then put it in an email or chat or send it to you. Okay, that's all it is. There's nothing more to it. All right, everybody with me? Can I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
To fix the problem of my thing, sir. It's going off on and off.
Okay, yeah, let's work on this. Go ahead and give me your. Did you set up your Google desktop? Google remote
The
desktop?
thing? Remote desktop.
Yeah, in Google type in Google type Google remote desktop. Then it should come up and then set that up. So go to remotedesktop.google.com, and then over here it says generate code here, but you need to install a little plugin.
So this is for Chrome remote desktop or any other one?
Yeah, same as you see on my screen. Anybody else is getting disconnected?
So shall I type my email address and say start for free?
Yeah. Use your Gmail. It's a pretty good service I discovered not too long ago, and it's working very good for me. Well, I kind of not trust Google for obvious reasons, but there is no other way around it. They know everything
So
about
I
you.
log into this with my email address.
Yeah.
So I have to.
It might tell you to like over here when you click on like remote desktop and share your screen. You know how you see generate a code. You may have to download a small plugin and run it before it tells you or allows you to do that.
Are you asking all of us to share the screen with you?
No. Only is that Najam, right? Yeah, only him.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
let's do this here. Let's take a good 10-minute break. I'm gonna pause the video and then we'll come back in 10 minutes. Let's make it 15 minutes. We'll reconvene at 11:50 Central. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Break starts now.
We're gonna be accessing this server every week.
Every day you have 24 hours. Anywhere in the world you should be able to access this. And then everybody else will be getting access to 2 more servers. Those are 2 more servers online you will be getting access. And before the end of the class, we'll set up PuTTY locally on your computer. And there is a pre-configured operating system. I have it here. But it takes a little bit of skills setting this up here. So let's, the reason I have everybody get starting on here is so that you have some muscle memory by the time you have a local download, okay? Yeah, you have access to this server. Right now, you could start using it after the class. And hopefully that makes sense here, okay?
Okay, great, thank you. And then I can set up the virtual box. You have that instruction on the website, right?
Yeah, so go into downloads and then run this exact virtual box. There are so many updates keep coming up, but downloads this version. And then this is a pre-configured Red Hat, I mean the Linux for you. You see the one on the bottom? Let me pull it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just going to the website, the PROTech.com. Okay.
So this is not necessary. I mean, if you want, you could go ahead and start doing it now. But right now, just work on the server I gave you, and then we'll work through that throughout the course.
So we can use the same thing for practicing, right?
Yeah, please. It's available every day. And if you can't connect, go ahead and put that in the chat. In the group chat, you say you can't connect or whatever, I'll take a look right away.
Okay.
And it's
Thank you.
yeah, it should be on 24/7. And please do not share the username and password with anybody else. Thank you.
And how to change our passwords?
For now, let's keep it as is. I'll show you there is actually a command. So all those things are coming up.
Okay. Okay.
So for Mirza, I see a message here. You keep getting disconnected, right? So are you there, Mirza?
Yes, I'm here. But I wasn't getting disconnected. I just put that there for people who were, just to make it a
Oh,
little
okay,
easier.
okay. I read it wrong. Okay, no problem. Thank you, man. Thanks for helping.
You're welcome.
One more thing.